Good afternoon from a very wet and cold Netherlands. This is we welcome you to Bittereinde TV. My name is Vaughan Cross. I'm a descendant from the Jan Gerritse Baantjes, and my grandmother was in a concentration camp in Meerwent or Meerwith in South Africa during the Anglo-Boer War. She was 5 at the time. As you know, a lot of people didn't speak about it. A lot of people just felt that they should move on. But we'll cover everything from the reasons behind it, who was behind it, and where we're going, and what we're going to do about it. As far as Bittereinde is, it's not about culture, color, or language. In fact, I was brought up Afrikaans and English. So every now and then we can do some interviews and switch over to Afrikaans with our Afrikaans speaking brothers and sisters, and even our black brothers and sisters, or whatever you want to, however you want to put it. But as far as humanity is concerned, we are not here to polarize on anything as far as race, creed, or color. We're here to discuss the way forward for us as a group of people that want our freedoms, and we want to be able to exercise our freedoms at liberty wherever we are in the world, without the influence of what we call the cabal, the elite, the banksters, etc. This is the way we've got to move. This is where we are going, what we're going to do, or how we're going to achieve it. This is a fight till the bitter end. That's the way it is. So if you're on board, welcome. I'd like to encourage as many people as to understand where we are in this juncture as far as South Africa goes, as far as globally is concerned, and what it's about, where we got to go from here. I'd like to welcome you to make any comments below. I will be posting all kinds of links as far as the Netherlands is concerned, and I'll be covering I'll do a series on Paul Kruger, that we'll be covering the Anglo-Boer War and why he came to the Netherlands. If there's any place you want me to visit particularly, I'll have you can quite gladly I'll set up a Patreon for you guys so that you can just donate whatever money you can, so it covers the costs. But I will be covering a lot of our history as far as the Boer folk and the Anglo-Boer War, so that we can establish where we're going, how we're going to get there, and what needs to be done. Yeah, welcome, and thanks for tuning in. I'm going to shoot off with the first thing I'm going to cover is why I'm in the Netherlands, and that is after the last crisis, the housing crisis of 2008. I knew that there was something seriously wrong because I'd experienced crises before, and of course you had the different you had the Great Depression, etc., and what came out of that. So we're going to cover all these little things in detail as far as who runs the show, and how we're going to get out of the pickles we're in, and what needs to be done at grassroots level to make sure everybody is fed, well fed, and everybody is rolling up their sleeves like that little boy, the slogan of Oranje. We'd like to cover some of that, and then we will move on, and we will move towards discussing with certain people, influential people that understand what's going on, and I'll be posting links of different people, and we'll be chatting to different people. We're not here to discuss race, color, or creed. Everybody's entitled to their own freedoms. as with the Great Track and the Voortrekkers, they were displaced by certain laws that were imposed on them as per at the time the ruling elite used the imperialism, or the British imperialism that had moved from Europe to Britain after the war with Napoleon, the Napoleonic Wars, Waterloo, that defeat, and how it gave the cabal, the banksters, the power to manipulate and move towards a stronger foothold. We'll talk about things like the Illuminati, etc., and where that started, and who's behind that, and how it's been used and manipulated, and all this type of thing. But what we will move towards as soon as possible and as quickly as possible is solutions. I'm a solutionist. You should be too. We look for solutions. The problems are many, and that's just to keep people gabbing and talking about things and not getting to the to defining what is the problem and how to handle it. That's what we will be doing. I'll be posting certain links below depending on what topics we cover, but generally I want to move towards what happened, where we are today, how we're going to unify with everybody around the world, and what needs to be done, because there is now an awakening. There is a real awakening as far as the structure is concerned, and how we are getting herded into the Smart Cities program, the one world currency, the new world currency that is moving towards the cryptocurrencies, etc., and then they'll be collapsing that. What's going to happen, and how they're going to try and impoverish, and of course using different crises and crises and situations to get us off track, or get us away from what we should be doing. So welcome to Bittereinde TV, and hope to chat soon. Catch you later.